name is Pooja Ladva. I'm an accountant and I work in the New South Wales public sector. I studied commerce, majoring in accounting, because I wanted to own my own business, and I think accounting gives you a really good understanding of business.
My name is Chris Catherall. I'm an acting Treasury accountant working in the New South Wales public sector. I studied business, majoring in accounting at uni. I did it so that it would open more doors for me and I'd have a greater range of careers to choose from. At uni, you're fed a lot of theory, so everything's taught to you, given in books, but in the real world, the practical experience gives you a much greater depth of understanding.
Since graduating from university, I started working in a Big Four firm where I gained experience in carbon footprinting, internal audit and external audit. I then started working in the public sector where I got to rotate around different agencies. In that time, I've got experience in risk management, financial accounting, management accounting and taxation.
When I finished uni, I started in the federal government. I worked in financial policy and then I switched to the state government. So I worked in the New South Wales public sector, doing more practical financial accounting work.
Working in the public sector, you feel like you make a contribution to people's lives and you get a really great work-life balance.
Non-current assets are assets that you hold for longer than a year. They can't be readily converted into cash or cash equivalents, like the home you live in.
An everyday example would be your car, because you expect to keep it for more than 1 year. Non-current assets can't be converted into cash easily. Buildings, land, machinery are examples of non-current assets that you see in many organisations.
At a publicly funded university, non-current assets would include buildings, such as the library, and the books within them. Current assets would include books kept and sold by the university bookshop.
So in an art gallery funded by the public sector, you would expect to find non-current assets such as paintings and sculptures, and the buildings that house them, as opposed to current assets like the money collected from ticket sales, or the souvenirs sold in the gallery shop, or the coffee they grind in the gallery cafe. Depreciation is dividing the cost of an asset over however long you think you're going to use it for. So for example, if you buy an iPod and you pay $200 and you think you will use it for 2 years, the depreciation each year will be $100. Depreciation is also relevant in the public sector. Assets like the Sydney Harbour Bridge are depreciated over 200 years. This is in contrast to the land surrounding the bridge, which actually increases in value rather than depreciating.
Depreciation is allocating an asset's value over how long you expect to use it. Some examples of depreciable assets within the New South Wales public sector are wharves, vessels, and navigational buoys. This is in contrast to the land on which these facilities are built, which appreciate over time. One day I'd like to be a Chief Financial Officer of a large organisation, and the Chartered Accountant's qualification will help me get there.
After experiencing both the public and the private sector, I'm now really clear that I want to be an academic to help create the Chartered Accountants of the future.